let's stack back into NeoCab. Oh no, CC and CC. Yeah, here we go. Gotta get the ampersand in the right spot. I am not sure how, like, I know how, like, theoretically, I know how long the game is, right? It's like 4-ish to 5.5 hours. But I don't know, like, in-game time, like, because we're going into the third night. I don't know how many nights there are before you hit a point of, like, before you hit the end of the game. Because, like, you know, you'll only have so much time to find your friend and whatever. At least that's what I assume. I haven't read. I didn't spoil myself or anything for this, so I have no idea the specifics. But maybe we'll finish tonight. Maybe we won't. If we finish it tonight, then depending on when that is, maybe we'll do something else. But if we do finish it tonight, we'll definitely spin the wheel for the next game to get that rolling. If we don't finish it tonight, then we'll just come back on next week. No, we won't. We will not do that. Because I won't be streaming next weekend, because I have to double check. I think that I'm 99% sure that the Paranormal Detour Season 3 kickoff double header is Friday, Saturday, and not Saturday, Sunday. If it's Friday, Saturday, then I will not be streaming. If it's Saturday, Sunday, then I'll stream Friday, but not Saturday. Because I will not miss these. Anyway, so yeah, so if we finish it tonight, then we'll spin for the next game to play in 2 weeks. If we don't finish, then I'm pretty sure that this is like locked in for them with their guests and their locations. So anyway, so then we'll come back on the 16th and 17th. And then also potentially probably not streaming the 23rd and the 24th, because my mom should be visiting that weekend. And I haven't seen her in like 6 months, so I'd rather spend time with her. But we'll see. The kids do have off on the 19th, though, so I may stream 16th, 17th, 18th. I don't know, we'll see. I would pick my mom over stream. Unless I could convince her to, like, do something on stream with me. Which I have done in the past. She did play Jackbox with me one time. Maybe I could I don't know if her laptop runs Fortnite. I could maybe convince her to play Fortnite with me. Anyway, let's get back into some NeoCab. Yep, night 3. We've since found out that I felt a little slow, like I was short a couple hours of sleep and a jumbo pouch of caffeine. But I was still in the green, so the day wasn't a wash yet. So suggested I track down Sabi's boyfriends, a DJ named Jace and a techie named Charlie. It was a long shot, but maybe one or both of them took NeoCab. See, I thought it was 3 different ones. I opened the NeoCab app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in this city. Hopefully one of them needed to ride as badly as I needed some leads. So to recap, we've moved out to Los Ojos from Cactus Flats. I say moved, but all of our possessions are still in our car, and we've been crashing at like basically Airbnbs. Because the person that we were supposed to move in with has disappeared. Literally after the first night that we were here. And there's some suspicion around what's happened. They lost their phone. We don't know where they are. people are being kind of sketchy, and it seems to be like a very anti-car sentiment happening. Yeah, welcome to the ice. Exactly, and it makes sense because Capra is so big here, and we had the one passenger who basically had that full like body suit that like was recording everything that was happening in the conversation and interactions and all of that. So I get what they're I'm picking up what they're putting down. Anyway, I really would like to get this 1-star review off my history here. Awful. Oh, our camper cache is real low. Right, now we had that one girl who was hit by a camper car. The English they really did, yeah. But see, they have 3 women, but she said Jace was a DJ. And I don't know. We will finish you. Yikes. Alright, let's see. Oh, let's see Una St. Clair again. I like her. I liked her. She's fun. Una slid into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on the quantum thing? The quantum thing? We really need to get you next book. But yes, I've made some progress. I'm now gathering more information. Which is why you're headed to... Is this right? City Hall? Yes, they're announcing the new municipal spaceport is... Where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight. Very dramatic. Here's hoping they announce the choice of the balloon drop. That would be unexpected indeed. So there are 3 neighborhoods being considered, or maybe I should say threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called Dread. Oh, I was too interested in where she might be going with this. Okay, fair enough. Couldn't you just hang around people as they played lottery tickets? Or unwrapped presents, or, I don't know, went on blind dates. Those are small scale, almost like snacks. I need a meal. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Sabi was helping her. At least I was of service to the fabric of space-time, or whatever. I know what you're thinking. I didn't say anything. You're wondering if you should take Oubliette or Isidore Street. You'll take both. Not quite what I had in mind. Oh, the timeline will branch in... Wait for it. Una waited. My body tensed up. I held my breath. And totally missed the turn onto Isidore Street. There. Did you feel it? The literal branching of timelines? No. I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was a falling sensation. Followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down Isidore Street. Another down Oubliette. I'll be glad to be us. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other versions of Una and Lena no ill will. Oh, don't look at me like that. What? Like I'm a kooky old lady. You're not old. I'm neither kooky nor old. In fact, I'd wager I'm one of the most practical people you've ever met. I don't think I'd refer to Una as practical in any timeline. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum positions can be annoying this way. So I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but what do you get out of fixing reality? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover past phrases. That's it. It's not easy. I just noticed she has 2 different colors eyes. Well, it's a little bit easy for me. I just thought we'd do more once we'd cracked multiple dimensions, like world peace. Yes, we've looked into that, and trust me, no one wants to live in that waking nightmare. Okay, dreadful. Just awful. Cool job. Yours isn't bad either. You know, you live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? Sometimes I get a feeling. So you do feel it. Each choice is a branch. The other version of you, with that other passenger, she exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate Carney theory, but it's been proven. Why aren't I her, and vice versa? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You can be quite good at this. Quantum riches, here I come. I could teach you. If you had access to a 512 qubit quantum, whatever that was, and assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course, and had 20 hours a week for problem sets. So I'm not going to learn how to be a witch, is what I'm hearing. Perhaps not quite yet. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you could believe it. I laughed. You didn't nod. You could have nodded. The way the world branches, in the subtlest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? It's starting to feel weird. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Why not? Why one and not the other? Was it truly my choice? Of course it was. Who else could be in the driver's seat but me? It must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, zoned out for a second there. I was saying, get ready for it. For what? Una looked out the window. There's the other versions of us, the Una and Lena that took Isidore Street. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. Maybe they're halfway to Vegas by now. That is a very different timeline, my dear. Not a bad one, though. Una shuddered. It's like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. I don't know what I felt. Either way, we were at City Hall. Timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better. Like I have a little more of myself. I'll need it all to handle this announcement. He's going to be yelling. Wait. How do you live like this? It was upsetting at first. Running problem sets on a quantum computer, understanding they were all happening at once. And so, by extension, was everything else. But the math checks out. These are simply the cards we've been dealt. So you've made your peace with it? I've come to find it utterly liberating. There are no wrong answers because they are all inevitable anyway. That other version of me, that other you, all those other rides, Maybe we'll meet up at the end, all of us. Probably not. But that's okay.
Mommy?
What, Amelia?
I wanted to tell you a long time ago when I used to play Pokemon Shield, I used to accidentally name the Pokemon after the ones that weren't in the game.
Okay.
And traded it for other Pokemon.
Okay.
It's really a mistake.
It's not a big deal, Mimi. Please go eat whatever it is that you're eating. Okay. I couldn't help but think that sounded a little sad. Like Una was detached in some way. Never really just feeling human. Oh, I need to get in there. Neighborhood is about to be ruined. She slid out of the car and dashed toward City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They were all fired up, chanting and waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense. They were fighting for their homes. I wonder what would happen if Una told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Una perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs, and closed her eyes. I wished us all luck. What? Tonight's Lena is a fascinating possibility space, not fully manifested. Una? The hell? Rude. I'm not gonna have enough fucking money to sleep somewhere tonight. What's that? In the cab. The cab. Is that Fiona Park? Anthony Colton. Let's hit it. Let's go pick up Sam. I pulled up to the pen. What was Sam doing around kinfolk? What was he doing around kinfolk? The fences around this place were even higher than Los Ojos pen. He was carrying a moving box and talking with a guy I could barely see. Guess that was Lucas. Whoever he was, I was getting some serious deja vu from him. Still, I was glad to see Sam out and about. A moving company wasn't the same thing as a dream bakery, but hey, it was a job. I'd hope he'd been able to scrounge up some cash for that special mixer. He doesn't look very happy. Hey there, know where I can get a good cookie around here? No. Uh-oh. Maybe his plan wasn't going so well. Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn, people still get into these death traps. No way. The jerk who ralphed in my backseat, did he not remember me? Oh, it's because he's drunk. Again. Here, dude, let me at least hold the box for you. Okay. Oh, thanks, but I got it. There's an unmistakable sound of rattling glass, and an eerie music box melody plinked from inside. Sounded like Sam's job wasn't going so great. Does she know where to go? She does, and you realize she can actually hear you, right? Ha, love it. They should totally program some SAS variants into our AI. Give him that human touch. Oh, I hate this motherfucking word. He tapped away on his phone, and I spotted a huge Capra sticker on the case. Figured. Make a mess and deny all responsibility? Classic Capra. How's your night going, Lena? Aces. Yours? The glass rattled again with a broken warble. Not up for chit-chat. Got it. His night's been shitty and that's my fault. Wow, that's a shocker. It's nobody's fault, but I really appreciate what you're doing for me here. Dude. It's the least I can do. I can't believe I broke Cassie's fucking music box. Wait, what happened? It's fine. I don't really want to talk about it. Even if I ignored the new suburban dad look and restless vibe, Sam seemed different. There's nothing friendly about him now. Felt like all he wanted to do was disappear. You know, it's toxic to keep shit bottled up. I've seen the statistics. I was just bringing this music box home from getting its annual cleaning, and unfortunately, there was an accident. Yeah, I was totally smashed, and I totally smashed it. It's awful. I'm so sorry. Thanks. It was just an accident. Don't you worry, driver. This guy's not getting home until I make things right. I could smell the whiskey on his breath and had to stop myself from gagging. If you made me puke in my own car, I swear. I get it. You're not going to tell me how much the thing's worth. But I still want to throw some money your way to help out your daughter, you know? You think 180 credits is enough? Or coin is enough? They both went quiet and my head spun. Since when did Sam have a daughter? Something was up. What happened to all that cookie talk? Watch out. What? What is it? I thought I saw a deer. A deer? Yeah. Hey, Kent. They're out there. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. That's one way to change subject. I wonder what would happen if I asked him about his time in the Los Ojos pen. Would he have a sudden sneezing fit? Perform some magic tricks? It's lovely to see you, Kent. It's true. I saw one once at the farmer's market on... Did he just fall asleep? For the moment, I swear I want to punch this guy in the face. You don't want to know how many whiskey bombs he downed earlier. Bombs? Plural? I cringed for my floor mats. I needed to know what was up, but I didn't want to wake Sleeping Beauty. Whatever you say, Sam. Look, please don't tell him anything. I'll explain everything when you drop him off. Great. I've been conned by a story about cookies. Until I knew more, it was best to just stay quiet and keep an eye on Sam. I feel like I'm going to get a migraine any second now. I think I missed something, but it's okay. Are we there yet? If I wasn't in trouble, we could have taken a company car, but no. Now I gotta help this guy out before I get a little too tipsy. Bro, you're disgustingly drunk. Gosh, people are just too nice in this city. I was just the angling to get out of this Capra clown. Look, I appreciate you making sure I get home okay, but it's not necessary. I know it was an accident, so let's just call it even. No way, dude. I told you I'd make it right. Well, Sam's voice cracked, and for a second I almost felt for him. What if he made a donation to the foundation in her name? Buddy. Yes. How? I have my phone set up to take donations. There it was. A mugging was happening in my car. The victim just didn't know it yet. I had to laugh. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. Just a billboard we drove by. Sam handed over his phone as Luke stared into space. Just scan your coin code and put in the amount. Wow, this guy really had no idea that he was about to rob himself. I just watched. What was there to say? What difference did any of it make? This Capriccio would wake up tomorrow thinking he'd saved some bereaved father and saved a few dolphins while he was at. Unless he ran into Sam Logan again, like I did. He'd never even know he was robbed. I pulled up to the drop-off, which, for all I knew, may have actually been Sam's house. I'll get out here, too. I need to walk it off, if you know what I mean. I can't thank you enough for your kindness. If Cassie were here... He actually choked up as he said this. I wondered what he thought of to make the tears real. Had there ever been a Cassie, aunt or daughter, in his heart? She will be, buddy, I know it. He hopped out of the car with a hiccup. At least I didn't have to clean anything up this time. And that was just me and Sam, alone again. Flip the lock so I could pin him down. I wanted answers. Look, I know I messed up. Let me give you some of this money. 60 coin? Damn right. I could practically feel the soft, comfy bed I'd be able to afford tonight. Sending it over. Done. Thanks. All this lying and stealing must keep you up at night. I sleep as well as anyone in Los Ojos. It's like the fact that the health code says a certain number of insect parts are allowed in our food. You're making your case by comparing yourself to roach legs? No, I'm saying we all probably eat a toddler's weight in roach legs in our lifetimes. What's the harm in letting people think they're just chocolate sprinkles? With that little gem, he hopped out and walked right past the place where we'd stopped, disappearing into the shadows between the houses. I took a breath and noticed the telltale flickering of screens inside most of the windows. Whatever story got you through the days, I guess. I think I need to charge the car. Are you fucking calling it even? Have a nice look. Are you fucking serious? Second warning, come on. New message from Liam. Hey Lena. Thanks again for the ride. Great talking to you. Here's the picture I took at the Sophie Lemoy vigil. Good night. Love you too. See you tomorrow. Did I post? Yes, no, circle 1. Hold off for now. Doesn't feel quite right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a great picture, but the whole handing out field grids makes it feel like a setup. Influencer bait. Well, that's Capra for you. Have a great night. You too. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my field grid. Violet. I kinda didn't mean to push for one more ride tonight, or I could call early and get some rest. Let's do one more. Every pack was a chance to learn the city and earn some coin. Charge. $186 a bar. Jesus. Guess I have the money to cover it. I kind of want to see that. So that's like the second time they've come up. Let's see. Let's do Agnon. Agnon? I don't know. how to say that. Oh, the Pack's eyes were dim as he dropped into the back seat. He looked... Oh. Was that a tattoo on his scalp? He was headed to the Fife Street subway station. Could that be right? I didn't know people still took the subway. Aganon only sighed. I pulled into traffic and left him to his mood. I had my own things to stew about. I should have been with Sabby by now, drinking to my new life in Los Ojos. A nice spicy margarita. Made by a robot, probably. Now I didn't even know if she was dead or alive. Agnon found my eyes in the rearview mirror. He pulled his lips into a tight, joyless smile. Lena, right? That's me. Lena, you look about as bad as I feel. It's been a rough week. Oh, I'd say it's been more than a week. I just know I'm not alone. Oh, definitely not. Life is pain. Pain is life. It's the only constant I find. Mind if I ask what's got you down? Everything and nothing. The tiniest slights, the most cosmic horrors. I'd heard a lot of sad stories inside this car, and told a few of them myself, too. Something told me this one was going to be a little new. Being in a bad mood together feels kind of good, doesn't it? It does. He's quiet, but I could almost feel him forming something to say. It was intense. You seemed like... He wrung his long fingers in his lap. May I tell you about something very important to me? Sure. What is it? Agnon's voice dropped deeper, like he was speaking from inside a cave. You carry me now on my nightly quest to seek the pain worm. It's called Metawapian, the dark leviathan that roils beneath Los Ojos, feasting. We nourish it, you see, you and I and millions like us, and soon... Very soon, Metawapian will emerge, bellowing its cry of infinite despondence, and it will consume all of our pain. All of it. Gone. Forever. Well, that's just great. Also, the city will be destroyed. You know what? Sounds good to me. And it really did. All this worry about Savi, about myself, about everybody who climbed into my back seat. This Pax was telling me that could all be good for something. That actually sounded great. Yes, I sensed you would understand Metawapian's importance. Let the pain worm rise. Rise. Agnon rolled down his window and screamed into the night. Rise! Rise, Metawapian! Would it be bad if you saw that he was making me happy? Tried to think of something sad. By the time I broke my abuela's favorite mug. She always gave the best hugs. I had to hand it to Agnon. This was harder than it seemed. He pulled himself back into the car. He was out of breath, but his eyes were sparkling. I had to laugh. How does Metawapian feel about field grids? Useful for novices, but ultimately redundant. Existence is suffering. Hey, Steven. Do we need a device to tell us that the sky is blue also? It was so dark, I almost missed the subway station. There's only a flickering sign over a dingy stairwell. Thank you for the ride. Do remember to take pleasure in your nourishment of the pain worm. You too. Feel worse. I can't believe you'd say that. Your understanding feeds my quest tonight. I'll make an offering to Metawapian in your honor. Expect to reap his spoils soon. The pain worm always rewards devotion. Wait, did that mean something good or bad was about to happen? least I'd made him satisfied. In his dark coat, he moved across the street like a shadow and disappeared into the subway tunnel. I wondered what kind of rituals he was going to get into down there. Or maybe he just hop trained to the suburbs. It had felt good to laugh. I can fool myself sometimes. My brain was telling me things are falling apart, but my body was telling me the world is a weird-ass place. And what did I have to lose? I believed my body. I was still worried about Savi. There was something inside the worry that was kind of shiny, if I looked at it right. Maybe Los Ojos was like that. Maybe sometimes you just gotta scream at the pain worm. Five stars. Rise. God. Lunch crasher. I thought she wasn't going to be here anymore. Well, I'm definitely going there. Thought she was going to Australia. I definitely hadn't expected to see Louisa again. Wasn't she supposed to be in Australia? Hi, she said, and I guess that was all she felt like saying. I asked about Australia. She pretended to smile. What's the saying? We make plans and God laughs. I nodded. No, I'm afraid I had some bad news, but it's fine. My grandmother used to say, worse things happen at sea, and that's true. She turned her face to the window, and I saw our reflections against the darkness outside. It's very true, she said. Do you want to talk? She looked at me. Yes, please. So we did, long into the night, about everything. I'm not sure, but I think now we might be friends. In the end, I got maybe 3 hours of light sleep on our couch, but even still. What? It was better than the nights on the mattress. I got back in the car.
What are you playing?
A game. Felt a little slow, like I was short a couple hours of sleep and a jumbo patch of caffeine, but I was still in the green, so the day wasn't a wash yet. Good night, buddy. I love you. My 4th night in Los Ojos. Is this my life now? Making just enough coin to scrape by, never seeing the sun on an endless search for my friend? Starting to feel surreal. Like the moment the camera pans to the dark figure laughing in the doorway and you just know, oh, she's doomed. I still need to have a chat with Savi's supposed boy toy Charlie, the one Azul told me about, and a pax matching his description was floating around my map like a pin from the angels. Yeah, but I think he needs 5 stars. I just need to get my rating back up to 5 stars if I was going to pick him. Yeah. Everybody keeps giving me shitty ratings.
It just doesn't mean everything is here.
Pain word.
Yeah. And you can't hear them.
Yeah, we can't get him yet. Let's pick up an Agnon again. Agnon looked as gloomy as ever as he dropped into the back seat. I was about to ask him about it, but I remembered my last ride with him. Hail the pain worm. Hail Metawapian. Glad to see you again, Agnon. Seriously, how's your night going? To tell you the truth, I'm mostly tired. You and me both. With respect, you just drive a cab. Don't you think it's easy? Oh, no, you're right. It's not at all exhausting to ferry randos like you all over the city. Constantly negotiating their emotional needs. Now that you mention it, perhaps you should recruit for Metawapian. Apparently that's exhausting too. I started the Los Ojos chapter of the cult of the Metawapian. Did I tell you that already? Well, it's growing fast. A dozen neophytes just this month. I told them each to bring a friend, but I didn't really expect them to. Now their friends are bringing friends. We need a bigger meeting place. All sorrows to the Metawapian, may it rise. This is what I guess you all say. Are you sure you're not among the initiated in the sorrow? Not officially. Well, at any rate, I can barely keep up. What's the hardest part? Where do I begin? Metawapian's message has taken a deep hold in Los Ojos. Wormed its way in? Wordplay is a breakdown of traditional etymological barriers. It pleases Metawapian. But I digress. I thought there might be too much competition here. What with the current political unrest, the Radix blobs materializing in the streets. I think you mean Radix swarm? Yes, now that's a cult. Hello is just the right kind of weird. I will admit the city's denizens seem to take the idea of a subterranean worm god in stride. Really, very much in stride. Tonight I'm distributing brochures at deadweight gyms, and I have to look at a few new meeting places. Then I have 3 different consultations with acolytes. They're advancing through the ranks so quickly. This one, Todd, he's almost on volume 6 of the Book of Hunger and Hardship. I don't even have volume 6. I'm gonna have to ask Agonizer or Portacio to send it from Seattle to send it. That all sounds sort of exciting. In a depressing way, I mean. It's a horrible, sad kind of excitement. Agonon was very hard to talk to. That's the problem. It is exciting. In a horrible, sad way. All sorrows to Metawapian, may he rise. I didn't know if these teachings would work in Los Ojos. I took a risk. And they did work, and now his voice shrunk to the tiniest peep. I feel good about it. I bit my tongue. Speak of this to no one. None of my neophytes must know. When I feel good, I deny the pain worm its sustenance. So, just to get this straight, you feel bad about feeling good about helping other people feel bad. It's a bit of an oversimplification of my path through Metawapian's great quivering heart, but yes, more or less. Do you mind if I say something direct? Of course, you're about to say something that makes me feel bad. Thank you in advance. Achenon, what you're talking about is pride, and it feels good. Thus, it does not nurse the pain worm. I cannot... Achenon, please. Do you know how many people in this city would love to feel what you're feeling? Like they're on the right track? Like what they're trying to do is working out even better than they hoped? You've got that feeling, and if you try to squash it or pretend it doesn't matter, well, you're just fooling yourself. I see. Are you one of those people? Things are definitely not working out as I thought. No. Doesn't matter, but I'd love to feel what you're feeling. He was quiet. Well, I do feel worse now. So thank you. Oh, you feel worse. I didn't mean to. No, truly. Thank you. I'm sorry you feel like you're on the wrong track. Aganon looked out the window as we approached a dark building that looked like it had been a diner at some point. I didn't see too many signs of old LO between all this shiny new construction. We're here. Perhaps I can use this building as a meeting space. You're invited, of course. Or I can leave a brochure. Thanks, Aganon. The air still had that stale French fry smell. It was nice. It was kind of nice to see the past peeking out. Nice and also a little sad. Three stars. Felt the presence of the pain word within this cab. Aganon, come on. I was expecting you to give me fucking 5 stars. Killing me. Let's charge first. I learned the hard way that you gotta grab the charge when you can, and not to wear heels when I'm driving. 132 per bar. Better than 186 earlier. I continued my night. Let's pick up Gideon. A valiant attack shot me a look as I pulled outside the grand Beaux Arts pillar of the LO Babylon. Really, someone at this place rode Neocab? Who, the fogies in formal wear and pearls laughing in the lobby? Then I saw her, a short figure with the bulk of a boxer, stalking down the red carpet toward me. The cameras went wild for her, their flashes reflected in hard metal skin. She screamed back into the blaze and flipped on the bird. Lights of pink neon dotted her spine. What was she? Please let her be a robot. The only way I'm going to another pig fundraiser if it's for, like, an actual pig. She's definitely not a robot. But she couldn't have been more than maybe 13? You're not going to catch me dead at a charity ball for cops ever again. Same. They're the worst. Oh. I see. You're making fun of me. No, I wasn't. Whatever. What's this kid? Famous, super rich. Should I be calling her ma'am? Rough night, ma'am. Don't call me ma'am. Oh my god. What are you trying to do to me? Yikes. So why were you at a charity ball for cops? Okay, technically it wasn't for cops, but they're hosting it or whatever. Just one more corrupt cog in the machine to pass Sophie's Law. Oh shit, I'm really sorry to bring up Sophie's Law to you. Don't worry, I absolutely do not support it. Ever picked anyone up from that hotel before? You go to the Babylon often? Hell no, only when my mom needs me for a Sophie's Law photo op. Wait, what's your mom have to do with Sophie's Law? Oh god, sorry in advance. So, Capra wants to own everything and everyone, right? Anywhere we go, anything we say, they want it all. Sophie's Law gets them most of the way there. It outlaws human drivers within Los Ojos. Autocars only, you know, to keep us safe. I'm aware of it. Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, of course you are. Anyway, my fascist mother is pushing it hard. I can't read. The referendum is up for a vote any day now. She set up a fake charity to hide all the political donations. Anyway, I went in and she introduced me to the chief of police. And he was like, oh, nice to meet you. And I said, fuck off, white supremacist. I bet your mom was thrilled. Nancy tried to pull me away, but, you know, look what I'm wearing. Then she said I was embarrassing her, so I left. It's true, though. Did you know that institutions can be racist? Yes. Sorry, of course you do. I don't have to tell you how bad the LOPD is for people of color. I'll let that one go. It's very fascist. So you're against everything your mom stands for. Was she a bit controlling as a parent? Totally. Wait, how'd you know? You're dressed in a pink Iron Maiden. Of course you couldn't just not mention it. Okay, so this is the Kinder Mech. It's the Michelle model, which they make specifically for girls. Yancy would want you to know that it's the Slimline model. Can't even talk about that. Never heard of a Kinder Mech. I'm not surprised. It's super expensive. I had nothing to say to that. Yancy put me in this when I was 4, after I got hit by the car. But I was fine after the surgery. She totally overreacted. But she got it so if it happened again, like that happens to anybody twice, I wouldn't even feel it. Can you take it off? Not until I'm 18. Don't you know? That's when you're officially old enough to make your own decisions, apparently. How is that legal? That's what I've been saying my whole life. I tried getting emancipated, you know? But the courts in this country are terrified of Yancy. Just because my family has money. It's so sick and fascist. What does it feel like? It's torture. She always knows where I am. She can check it whenever she wants. There's a camera in here. She can see what I'm looking at. I tried to pierce my ears once, and my arms locked in place. I even tried to put this fuck fascism sticker on. And it peeled right off the chassis. There's a content filter. I'm pretty worried about fascist for a 13-year-old. What, are you not? I'm not 13, by the way. I'm 14. You must be able to take it off to sleep, at least. No. I can't take it off. Ever. So unfair. Yeah, it's pretty extreme. Right? Why doesn't anyone else see that? Where do you live, anyway? You'll see it. Over the last few minutes, the streets have gotten cleaner, the buildings around us have gotten taller, and the people... Actually, there wasn't a soul in sight. It's me. We pulled up to a high-rise with a titanium gate etched with lions. Hey, Athena. Open gate. The lights on her suit pulsed, and the gate creaked open. What's with the lions? Oh, look at this. I just got a message from Yancy. Thank you for at least going home and not to your aunt's or God knows where. We'll talk in the morning. In the meantime, think about your political opinions. You'll be more persuasive using reasoned arguments rather than obscene outbursts. What bullshit. You're also 14. It's bullshit, right? Yes. Stay angry, Gideon. I think your passion is what the world needs. Right on. I knew you'd get it. It's so important. I'm gonna tell everyone I know to vote no on Sophie's Law this week. Maybe we can make a difference. Her metal-tipped fingers danced on the door handle. I just gotta say, I don't get to talk to many people who treat me like a person. And not a kid. It seemed like she was gonna say something else, but she just shifted in her suit. Then, in a flash, she was out the door. As I watched her near the arched double doors, I got this awful sense that the suit was doing the walking, not her. I waited to make sure she got inside okay, as if anything could hurt her. She looked back at me before the gate slammed shut. At least, I think she did. It happened so quickly. Awesome. She's a great driver and so interesting to talk to. Really gets it. Thank God. 5 stars. Oh, for fuck's sake, are you serious? Why am I getting pulled over? What did I do? Oh god, not now. I've seen LOPD officers in the news before. The cold black screens where their faces should be. I pulled over, hands on the wheel, eyes up, deep breaths. We've had some compelling reports about neocabs on the road tonight. What have I done wrong? One moment, Miss Romero. I turned away, but I could hear him speaking in a hushed tone. On every channel, this one must have pissed off the wrong people. What did I do? We'll get the word out. How much was this gonna cost me? No. It couldn't be her. His visor. I sat up straighter, tried to keep my expression blank. Tried to hide even the slightest hint of recognition. But it didn't matter. There she was, her face on every screen, bathing the city in a blood-red glow. Zabi. What have you done? Ma'am? Anything else, officer? You're in a hurry to get somewhere, aren't you? Well, aren't we all? Just watch your speed out there. You're not a Capra. And look, I'm legally obligated to ask you this. Have you seen the individual pictured on this bulletin? No, sir. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I shook my head. Yeah, why would a neocabbie ever know a Capra employee? She must have been pretty high up on the food chain, too. Don't put out citywide APBs for rogue janitors, do they? Guess not. Well, report any sightings of this criminal right away. Ooh. That'll be all. Drive safely, ma'am. Savi was wanted, and I just lied to the LOPD. And what had he meant by Capra employee? No way she was working for them, right? This couldn't be happening. Somewhere in the city was Savi's appointment with the extra room all set up for me and the bricks of sage incense squirreled away in every closet. Would I ever see that place? Would I ever see her again? Jesus Christ, what the fuck, Savi? Liam. Hey, Lena, it's Liam, obviously. Hey, Liam. How are things going on your end? Somewhere between eesh and yikes. Well, I hope it's closer to eesh. Reason I'm texting is I just met pretty much the coolest person, a quantum witch. Una, the statistician? Statistics? Are we talking about the same Una? This lady's a straight up science witch. Oh, she says she knows you too. What are the odds? The odds are odd. Right? We've been talking all night about things that aren't, about random things that really aren't, aren't really random, and the difference between impossible and improbable, and also zombie cats. Anyway, Una says hi. Gonna go check out this spot. Ramen Getty now. Good one. You too. Ramen Getty. Liam and Una. Now there was a match made in quantum heaven. I had no idea how I could help fix the timeline. I just wanted to fix my own life at the moment. At least I was making a name for myself in this town. One quantum witch at a time. Videojuegos. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. Checked my field grid. Blue. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I can call it early and get some rest. Let's call it an early night for once. Live to fight another day, right? Oh. Well, that sucks. I guess we'll have to go to Motel Azteca, because Luis's isn't on the map anymore. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd be able to get with everything going on, but when my head hit the pillow in the Aztec, I went somewhere else. I was back in Cactus Flats, in a room where I'd used to live, floating above all these things I'd owned. All these beautiful little things. Rows and rows of little things. Pine cones and seashells. I remembered where I'd gotten each one of them, and the joy I felt was so warm, like light inside my whole body. I was so happy to be home. I kept floating, and then I wasn't in my nice room anymore, and there wasn't anything in the room, and I couldn't breathe. I went for the door, and it didn't open. I screamed and screamed and screamed until all the air was gone, and I knew I was dying. Then I woke up. The as advertised 24/7 breakfast was okay, but there were pine cones placed around the trays for decoration. I knew it had to have been a coincidence. Of course it was. But the effort to ignore the thoughts that maybe it wasn't just a coincidence, that maybe the hotel was some kind of portal between the dream world and the real world, but then that would mean all I could summon were pine cones. It all just kind of killed my appetite. Back to work. Five nights since my best friend became a fugitive and left me to fend for myself in Automation City. But the city felt different tonight. I couldn't put my finger on it. There was this energy in the air. Tension. Static buildup. Stuck in the protest madness. Can I get a rescue? Radix action. Azul's weird warnings made sense now. Trapped in protest. Getting scary. Can you get me? LA too? What was she doing at an anti-cop event? My phone pinged again. What was going on? Message from unknown? The fuck? Lena. It's Savi. Is it? Is it really you? Dumb bitch. It's a new number. Oh, L Bunny, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find a safe way to text. Need your help. Oh my god, it's amazing to talk to you. Where are you? It's really complicated right now. Need help. Whose phone are you on? Can't say right now. Something feels off. Trust me, it's me. I had to trash my old phone. Can't risk using the camera or would send you a pic. But seriously, who the fuck else calls you L Bunny? I just need to make sure. It's been a weird week. Literally ask me anything. What did you break at my 19th birthday? Oh my god, you're so paranoid. I broke your favorite mug. It was shaped like an avocado. Okay, maybe it's you? When we were 17, a gang of stupid rich boys yelled at you from their gross white pedo van. Called you a bitch, slut, type, etc. You came to me crying and you wanted to move or whatever, and I said, fuck that, we can teach them a lesson. So your girl tracked them down and found their bullshit man cave frat house. Are you convinced yet? Kinda. We found their van parked out back and came fucking locked and loaded with you with your glitter bomb, me with spray paint. You do always find your enemies. That white creeper van was easy to find, even easier after we tagged it up. Trust fund maggots. They could have just started a punk band. We fucked that shit up. We're lucky they didn't call the cops. They're lucky you didn't let me slash their tires. I was so ready. But you were there to stop me from going too crazy. Kind of regret it now. They deserved it. You're the best. Okay, maybe it's really you. Finally, okay. This is super urgent, actually. Are you in your car? My friends need a cab now. Sophie's protest is a fucking mess. Everyone within 5 blocks is getting gassed. Open your app. Do you see Jace? He needs to get out. Another friend of mine needs help. I'm sure that they'll be fine. Lena, please just get him now. We can meet up after. Soon. See if I can even find him. You're my favorite. Pine cones and seashells. Hey, Ava. Let's charge first and make a decision. Ugh. Oh, 94 cents a bar. I'm down with that. $0.93. I don't know who to pick up. Let's go for Liam. Sorry, everybody else. The streets flashed red and blue with the lights of LAPD cruisers. Broken glass and trampled cardboard signs littered the sidewalks. Driving past, I caught only hints of words on the protest signs. Cars, blood, Capra. A pair of cops shoved a screaming protester into a car as others herded stragglers away from the scene. However bad this had gotten, it looked like things were coming to an end. I worried what Savi would think of me, leaving her boyfriend stranded in this chaos. But I had to look out for the few people I knew in this town. People like Liam. But where was he? Come on, buddy. Gotcha. He was tucked away in an alley, looking down in his camera, trying to make himself as small as possible. I caught his eye and he waved. This time he wasn't smiling. You okay? I'm really sorry for bringing you into this mess. Don't worry about it. It's my job. Neocab goes where Capra's not welcome? Well, thanks. I just couldn't be there anymore. It's all... Shit's really bad, Lena. What happened? I just came to get a few shots of the crowds. People in dazzle makeup, cool signs and projections on buildings. The whole group showed up in bloody ballet outfits in tribute to Sophie. 1,000 red feel-goods. It was intense. Yogurt sounds familiar. Doesn't it, though? But I wanted to thank you. Thank me for what? For telling me not to share that photo I took at the vigil. After today, I wouldn't have wanted anyone to see my work as propaganda for Sophie's Law. Or even just tactic approval of Capra. So thanks. I just advised. You knew the right answer. Appreciated. So, how bad did things get? It was fine at first. Lots of Sophie's Law supporters. Plenty of anti-caps. Radix force out in force. But then Capra sent out their troops. Oh! Coldham Cohagen. Hello. Seemed like it. It was a group of people all wearing these flashing robot vests. I'm gonna pause this here for a second. I don't want to miss anything. Hello, Breath Edge. I don't know what that is. Tell me about it. Hello. Thank you for bringing your friends. We are working through NeoCab for the first time. I'm doing a year of 12 games where I play at least one new game every month from start to finish to kind of get through my Steam backlog. They're all games that I haven't played before, or at least haven't put significant time into, and are under 8 hours. And escape the place. Oh, that's fun. I love that kind of stuff. Well, I hope you had a great stream. If you guys aren't following Coldham Cohagen, you should do yourself a favor and go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. You're new here. My name is Mixed Mary Moon. I'm a variety streamer currently playing a variety of different games with a somewhat regular focus on the various modes of Fortnite, Zero Build, Lego, Festival, you know, the good ones. And then, like I said, we're playing through at least one full game a month this year to kind of get through my backlog on Steam. Last month we played through Gods Will Be Watching, and this month we're playing through NeoCab. We started last night. I think we're like maybe about halfway through. I'm honestly not sure. How Long to Beat says it's about 4-ish hours to get through just like the story. But I don't know like how many in-game days there are. We're on night 5, so I'm not sure how close we are to the end. But I can tell we're ramping up to the end. But I don't know if we'll finish it tonight. We'll see. Gwen's being a little fussy right now. So I don't know. Yeah. Oh. Startled me, sorry. Kind of what it feels like, actually. But anyway, let's get back into it. Covered in cameras, recording everything and everyone. Do you mean cops? No, definitely civilians wearing Capra brand everything. They came out of the tower, then they dispersed like Capra was releasing the hounds. But they didn't do or say anything except walk through the crowd in these creepy, slow circles. So it was obvious they were there to be spies, capture faces, catalog all the bad behavior. Bleak. Yeah, your basic nightmare. They'd pop up whenever someone was yelling too loud or trespassing on Capra ground, and they'd stand there like sentinels, recording it all. Then, wouldn't you know it, if a robot vest was there, the cops were only 5 minutes behind. And then people realized that it was all over. They started going after anyone in those vests. Allie's face popped into my head. Should I have picked her up? Had she needed help? The LOPD loves Capra, don't they? Seems to be mutual. People were ripping the vests off, smashing them, using them to break windows, burning them. Ooh. It was like the last straw, not just for Radix people. Everyone was fed up. And so I took pictures of all of it. Those are the ones you should share. Capra doesn't get to hide from the truth. Oh, I will. I'm gonna post everything I took today. I was scared about the other photo because I didn't want to show up on the wrong side of things. But I'm done. I'm done playing the Observer. I tried it on. It didn't fit. So it's time to act. Show the world who Capra really is. I love this guy. They deserve to have their asses exposed. In high contrast, high definition, beautifully edited glory. There were still echoes of the protests in the streets as we approached Liam's hotel. A woman with gray braids and a sign sticking out of her tote bag. A couple of Radix patches on their matching jackets. What do you think it's like for that woman there, with a sign that says Capra kills? I think it must be hard. Yeah. But imagine, she might have lived her whole life in LO. How does it feel to watch it all change? When was she born? 1980, 1990. She came from way before Capra came in and put their eyes everywhere. Switched out the cars, changed the currency. She lived through so many big disruptions, so many broken social promises. And still here she is, carrying a sign against one more. What must that be like? She's kind of incredible. But does she? Makes you wish she was wearing a field grid. Maybe I'll lend you mine one day. Nah, I'll leave all that to you. He paused for a second, like he just didn't want to get out of the car. Is he really gonna be okay? But he gathered his things and nodded to himself. Right, time to go finish my vacation. Sorry your visit didn't go how you wanted, but it's good you're doing this. Fighting back. Thanks. Maybe some of this will make a difference. Maybe it won't. At the end of the day, they're Capra, and I'm just a tourist. But I can't very well put my feet up and drink margaritas after this, can I? Took that away from me too, the bastards. That's what I'm really mad about, you know? They messed with the wrong tour. Damn right. Talk soon? Yeah, talk soon. He snapped a picture of the woman before he slipped inside the hotel. I could totally use a margarita. Thank you, Liam. Thanks for getting me out of a bind. Let's look, see what Gideon needs. All quiet in DeKalb country. No one on the street. No lights on in the mansion. No sign of Gideon anywhere. Strange. Hopefully my favorite little cyborg Antifa was doing okay. In a flash, the gate swung open and Gideon flew into the car. Hey, kid. Yeah, okay, let's go, let's go. Right away, ma'am. Shit, wait, no, stop the car. What's going on? No, wait, we're good. I have it. Okay, let's go, let's go. Are you alright? No. Yes. Can I be super honest with you? I know I don't like know you, not really. We're the only one who can help me. So you have to. What do you need? I only have 2 hours until Yancy wakes up from her wine coma. She can shut me down remotely, and then I won't be able to move at all. So here's where you come in. I'm listening. My aunt, Yancy, hates her. She knows how to get me out of the suit. She's super good with tech. She's in IT. She's an IT manager. Thought you couldn't get out of that suit until you're 18. Yeah, you're not supposed to. If I try it before then, it notifies the cops. I let her continue. Sally says the Kindermechs have a known vulnerability, and she's figured out how to exploit it. Her apartment's on Northbrook, in Little Guasu. Her little green complex, really ugly. I'll point it out when we're close. This is my chance, Lena. But we gotta go now. What happens when your mom sees that you're not wearing the suit? Oh my god, I am not going back, Lena. I'm getting the fuck away from my fascist fucking mother. Supreme Court won't emancipate me, so I'm gonna do it. Fuck. What will you do if you get out? Start my life? Obviously. I don't know. Go traveling? Kiss boys, punch boys, go swimming. I can go in the ocean. You've never been in the ocean? Wearing this? I'd sink. Come on, we gotta move, please. It's a really big deal, Gideon. Come on, just take her. Oh my god. Have you thought this through? Bitch. Yes. I know way more about this than you do. I'm not spending another day in this... I don't want to stay in it, Lena. I need to get out. How does she even go to the bathroom? When your mom wakes up, won't she be able to see that I helped you? You're wearing a camera, right? We can delete the footage after I get out. My aunt can do that. Don't worry, Yancy won't know you helped me. She'd better not. Yeah. I promise, alright? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Something caught Gideon's eye. A light had come on in the house. Lena, we gotta go now. Alright, let's get you out of that thing. Yes, floor it. Yes, floor it, bitch. I'm so sorry. I thought that would sound okay. I took side streets to her aunt's apartment just in case. All I could think about were all the memories I wouldn't have had if I'd been in Kindermech as a kid. No cutting class to go see the Buddhist sand mandalas. Pretty much every concert would have been off limits. And it definitely wouldn't have let me attend that anti-Kappa rally in my prom suit with Savi. Or my prom dress with Savi. Aunt Sally's place was very green, and right above a chicken joint and a nail salon. Guess the family fortune wasn't so evenly distributed. Teenager running the chicken place stuffed wings into bright red boxes behind bulletproof glass. A couple in black jackets eating on the sidewalk. Might have been on a date. I knew this was the right choice. I trusted her to make her own decisions. A woman waved at us from the sidewalk. That's her. There was a definite family resemblance. Thank the gods. Are you gonna be okay? Yeah, thanks to you. I watched Gideon's aunt wrap her arms around the Kindermech shell and lead Gideon inside. All I could see of her was the bulk of the suit, but somehow I could tell she was crying. The couple on the sidewalk opened a packet of hot sauce and watched like it was all a meme. I wasn't sure if I'd ever see Gideon again. Maybe that was for the best. Okay, we need to go charge. Lena, you changed my life. Words are not enough. Finally. Okay. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my field grid, pale teal. I didn't mean to push for one more, or I'd call it early and get some rest. No, we're doing one more. We're gonna charge. Now we're gonna pick up that motherfucker. Did it go down? Yeah, Charlie Elliott, I would love to know. I'd learned not to bother with Golden Prime packs back in the flats. The small boost in fare wasn't worth the huge dose of entitlement that typically came with them. Not to mention the stains on the upholstery. But if this guy was involved with Savi, there probably wasn't anything typical about him. Plus, I needed information. Desperately. Here for Charlie? That's alright. How's your night been? Oh, you know, drink to forget bad memories. And all you get are new ones. Should I put that on a throw pillow for your backseat? His face was shiny with sweat, and he smelled like if you'd poured a bottle of whiskey into a gym bag. The dead giveaway. He'd been clubbing, just like on the night Savi disappeared. My palms went clammy on the steering wheel. There's a chance this guy knew where she was right now. I needed to play it cool. No worries. Just so long as you had a good night. Yeah, I need to blow off some steam. Having a rough time lately? What are you, some kind of driver priestess? You have the face for it. I bet people spill their guts for you. I know, it's just so blatantly animal to go to the place with the hottest guys and the loudest bass when the thoughts get bad. Fuck, it just almost works, you know? Yes, in fact, I did know. It's more so the loud bass part and pulling Savi off the hottest guys. Wait, wasn't this guy supposed to be one of her boyfriends? Whoops, your field grid feels bad. Do you like that thing? We got them for free at work. Another Capra Cares wellness program. Not that I'd ever wear it. Why would I want anyone knowing how I really feel all the time? It's alright, my friend gave it to me. She thought it'd help me be more assertive. And does it? Yes, in fact, it's about to help me be assertive right now. She's actually someone you know. I wanted to ask you about her. What? Do I know you? No, but I heard she was hanging out with you. Right before she disappeared. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. Just tell me. Do you know where Savi is? Oh my god, fucking Savi. This is a nightmare. Are you a cop or something? I'm not saying anything. Great, I'd scared him silent. Sorry, I'm just really worried about her. Savi's been my best friend since we were teenagers. I watched him for any sign of recognition. Hadn't she told her latest guy about me? Lena from Cactus Flats? Oh, okay, I remember now. Lena. She made me help clear out her extra room for you. Yes, I know. That girl lives like a garbage rat. My mind raced with questions. He sighed and a cloud of whiskey musk filled the car. Ew. You just know exactly how they knew each other. So how long have you two been together? Together? I have a boyfriend. He's gorgeous and we vid chat every day, which is not easy when he lives in Oslo, okay? She was my work wife. Technically she worked for me, but a lot of cappies have a stick up their ass, you know? Take away their Vita powder and their whole OS crashes. It was so nice to have someone that could talk about something besides crypto and fro yoga. I don't know. She actually listened. Savi worked at Capra. Didn't you know? I definitely did not. So Savi was a double agent inside Capra. What do you work on? Oh, that I really can't tell you. Especially you. Practically signed away my life in NDAs to get on this team. You've heard of Sophie's Law? I definitely have. Well, as soon as it passes, I can fill you in. I can feel him holding something back. His leg bounced up and down so hard it rocked my seat. Maybe he could tell me where to find her. Where is she? I don't know, and I don't want to know. Can you think of anywhere she might go? Maybe with Jace? But I'm pretty sure that guy just lives off couch surfing and being punk as fuck. So in that case, she definitely hasn't showered. Everything he told me swirled in my head. Felt my stomach drop. Savi, what have you done? We're almost at Charlie's drop-off. There was so much more I wanted to ask him. Can I call you or meet up again? Sure. Let me give you my address while I'm at it, too. I had to ask. I just need all this to be over. Whatever Savi's up to, it's serious. Cameron prosecutes everything, and with Sophie's Law on the line, he let the question linger as I pulled up to his building. I'd watch my back if I were you. Oh, wow. Todd Glass, try smiling. I'm gonna shove a rod up this guy's ass. The Steve. Ugh. I guess I'll hit Azteca again. I feel like I might be missing out on something, not being able to afford the very high-priced place. I scanned the place for pine cones as soon as I walked in. None that I could see. That, plus the fact that I could practically taste the relief of a cool mattress, had me asleep in record time. I dreamed of cactus flats again. I was back in my own room with all my little things, more pine cones and shells, and now a few crystals, some mismatched earrings, a pearl-handled hairbrush. I touched each object one by one, and as I did, each of them hummed. The sounds built on top of one another into a beautiful song. The song wrapped me up so I felt safe. Then it buzzed inside me with so much energy, I felt like I could fly. Then someone else was in the room, and I knew that they shouldn't have been there. I wasn't flying. I couldn't fly. And all of my little things went away, one by one, in poofs of dust as their songs became screams. I started to vanish too. My body just blinked away, piece by piece. I was nowhere and nothing. I woke up. I only made it to the lobby in time to scrounge the last lone muffin on the table. When I took a bite, it didn't scream. I couldn't tell if I was comforted or disappointed. Alright, I checked my phone for another message from Sabi the second I woke up. Nothing. Start our shift. Oh, I gotta hold on before I do that. I gotta go back. Good call. Sorry, Kevin just got themselves some coffee cake, which I made today, and it's already more than half. I don't think I can make it anymore because I ate most of it. Anyway. No, Sabi.
Alright.
Are you there? I'm scared. Please let me know as soon as you get this. I'm scared too. Your face is all over the city, you dumbass. I know. They set me up. Fucking Capra. I need your help. Why do you have your number back now? I thought your phone was gone. I'm running out of time. Just one more thing and then this will all be over. I saw something big. Something big, but it's locked, encrypted. Oh no, Savvy. Can you get rid of it? No, it's too late for that. I gotta stay in hiding until we crack these files open. Can you do just one thing for me? Wait, why? What's in there? There's evidence on my drive. It'll clear my name. Oh, on a drive. I can't say more right now. Can you deliver the files to someone who can help, please? I have the perfect person. Is it Una or Sally? Oh, Una. I met this, like, quantum hacker. She can crack anything, apparently. Perfect. Don't say any more here. Can you get to them now? Do I tell her? Tell her we have 4 terabytes of data, ridiculously strong encryption, and no passphrase. Ridiculously. Tell her it's life or death that we read these files. When can you get me the files? 1 sec, I'll tell you. Text me if your friend is for real, then we can finally meet up. I'll send you a pin. You got this? One more thing. How am I getting these files? No worries at all. You already have them. I left them on that field grid I gave you. Okay. I had to think fast. Please don't be mad. I'll explain everything. Just get here soon. Good luck. So Charlie is the worst. Okay. Yeah, I guess let's free glow sticks with Philip. Let's charge up and then we'll pick up Una. We'll do a full charge. We have enough. Eight, 6. Hello, Lena, old friend, loyal driver. Why, hello, Una, darling. How's reality? Slightly better. I've been setting people up on blind dates. Have they worked out? I've received reports of 2 thrown drinks and 1 near fist fight. So, yes. Thanks for agreeing to meet on such short notice. Sorry if I sounded a bit frantic. Certainly entropic. I'm curious, to say the least. In truth, I hoped I might see you again. You seem to make a timeline more interesting rather than less. I love her so much. It's a bit too interesting lately. I'd love to have one really boring week. With great tips and a real bed. But you need a passphrase. Yes. Badly. My friend says it's life or death. Somehow, it always is. Okay, so have you ever seen one of these bracelets before? Oh dear, yes. Very on trend, Lena. Feels good, is it? Feel grid. That's right. Hot new social startup recently acquired by Capra for an obscene sum. Full access to blood data, terrible privacy policy. I wouldn't get within 10 nanometers of it. Wasn't exactly informed about any of that, okay? It was a gift. I didn't know Capra owned them. Just sounded fun to know something new about myself, and maybe share it, right? I'm not trying to scold you. Just take this as a reminder that all new technology is a meeting at a crossroads. A bargain. And you're sure to get something out of it. Some new sight, some new insight, some power, but... Well, you know the story. What deal did we make this time? It's not my deal. I don't even know the details, and that might be for the best. I felt my heart skip a beat. Flash of instinct that whatever Savik was doing could get me into world trouble. Maybe Una knew I'd been wearing stolen tech the entire time. Maybe she'd sensed it. I just know there are encrypted files stashed away in the bracelet. Can you take a look? I already am.
Not yet, no.
This field grid wireless protocol is amateur at best, a total pushover. Now this file doesn't belong. CharlieElliott.dat? Charlie. That makes a lot of sense. Una stared into her holospace, muttering to herself. Yes, this file is something else. Military-grade quantum encryption enforced by the underlying medium. To attempt to read this without the passphrase would be to destroy its contents. You know, it's just light inside your little bangle. A tangle of photons, twisted up tighter than you can imagine. A tiny hall of mirrors. Can you open it? Easily. So you can just break into it? Oh dear, no, impossible. Thankfully, I won't have to decrypt it. Huh? Don't worry. What I mean is, I'm going to open this the easy way, using its passphrase. We don't know the passphrase. Let me ask you something. If you had an infinite amount of time, how would you obtain the passphrase? Just keep guessing? Exactly right. My dear, you have the knack for quantum physics. But we don't have an infinite amount of time, do we? Obviously not. To say the least. To speed things along, I'll try every passphrase at once. Using... I meant to hit math, but magic works. No, but sometimes it feels that way. It would have been easier to learn magic than quantum statistics. Why didn't I learn magic instead? Oh well. Still don't understand. There's a way of making the worlds I should say, go a bit fuzzy. Takes quite a lot of practice, but Una's eyes went glassy. Ah. There they are. She was doing some sort of deep quantum computation. It didn't look like much. In fact, it just looked like a bored Pax staring out the window. Quiet, I'm working. Didn't say anything. You did another timeline. Very close to this one. Shh. I'd never been scolded for something an alternate version of me had done. Felt unfair, but also sort of awesome? Maybe it was my imagination, but a chill seemed to settle in the car. Una was deep inside herself. Or outside herself. Ranging through other worlds farther and farther from this one. Trying a different passphrase in each one. Are you okay? Una emerged from her trance. Well. Lucky us. That only took a few quadrillion attempts. Did you get the passphrase? Oh, yes. I got it. It's amazing. Ugh, but I failed so many times. 5 quadrillion attempts and change. Takes a lot out of you. You really saw all those other timelines? Yes. Not with perfect clarity, but yes. What happened to Savi? Aren't you greedy? I go rustling for a needle in the haystack of reality, and you want to know if I found any diamonds while I was at it. I'm just curious. I know. I'm curious too about everything. Oh, I gotta take Fan House off of that and swap it for Blue Sky. That's why I got into this line of work. Passphrase is, well, it's a bit melodramatic. They usually are. It's Pilgrims Cross to Airless Saharas. Pilgrims Cross to Saharas. All lowercase with spaces. Better write that down in your journal, my dear. Just like that, I had it. What exactly are you going to do with this passphrase? Help a friend. Is that all? What do you mean, all? In the nearby timelines, I saw the possibility for a bit more excitement. And I like excitement. You mean you like chaos? You say that like it's a bad thing. Well, you know how this works. You're in my debt now. I know I am. Good. Who knows? Maybe I'll need a getaway driver. God, I hope she does. I love her so much. It would be an honor. You don't even care what I'm getting away from? A debt's a debt? Oh, I do like you. If that's all then, we're right up here, dear. I wouldn't mind learning more about how you do what you do. How you see the things you see. Una regarded me silently for a moment. Be careful what you ask for. And then, when all this is settled, come see me. Una scooched a bit, as if she were to leave. But then, instead, she spoke. My dear, there's something I need to tell you. I sat here, scouring all those timelines, and everything changed all around us. In one, a meteor crashed into Los Ojos. In another, a giant mutant worm rose up from below. Agon was for real? Those weren't even the most unusual events. But through it all, there was a second phrase that seemed almost to match. The phrase wouldn't decrypt the drive you gave me, but it felt somehow... This phrase wouldn't decrypt the drive you gave me, but somehow it felt entangled too. Does the phrase, trust fund maggots, mean anything to you? But you don't... I can't say more than that. I've seen what happens if I do. But perhaps I can say, your emotions are not your own. What does that even mean? No, that's all I can say. Goodbye, Lena. What the fuck? Una swept out of the car. She didn't zig and zag randomly like before, but walked briskly in a straight line. Getting away fast. Had the passphrase. It's time to see Sabi. There's the G. My favorite of all adjacent Lenas. Thank you. Thank you. Last airless Saharas, but also trust fund maggots. I want to go see Gideon first. I pulled up Gideon's pin. No way. It was a sushi ape. We went to the one in Cactus Flats for my 10th birthday. I remember the animatronic ape short-circuiting during the big birthday song. Its head had sparked off its body and dangled by a single wire at its chest, still singing. And I'd had the cake knife in my hand. Best birthday ever. There she was, Gideon DeKalb in the flesh, literally. Was there ever a more perfect time to say that? I'm never going to another party ever again. Hello to you too. Tonight sucked. What happened? Sally made me go to a birthday party is what happened. I don't know. Kids are weird, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I can tell they think I'm weird, and yeah, like when I was in the suit, I was weird. But I look normal now, and I still think they don't like me. They talk about all this stuff that I don't understand. And I'm like, explain everything you're talking about because I've lived in literally a bubble my whole life. But, so, nobody really talked to me all night. What were they talking about? I don't know. I was just listening. They said that they hate the person Everati is dating. There's some guy that they're super mad at because he followed this girl they know. And they ate out of tennis balls that they'd cut in half. I don't know why. They brought their own. Sounds lame. Yeah, but I wish I knew about it, you know? What did you want to talk about? You know, my activism, the socialist and Antifa stuff. Grassroots, door-to-door stuff. Also, I, grew up with a lot of the big philanthropists in LO, so I can take meetings with them or whatever. We're fighting hard against Sophie's Law, but Capra has deep pockets, to say the least. I'm meeting with a potential donor tomorrow so we can fund a legal challenge if it passes. And voter registration is huge for us right now. You don't even know some of the shit people pull. You gotta know your rights now more than ever. Sounds important. It is, but they didn't seem to think so. I don't know. What am I supposed to like? If I was normal, what would I be into? If I was normal? Time for some real talk. Hold up, Gideon. Who wants to be normal? I do. That's such an annoying thing for you to say because you're normal. I didn't say anything. I was stuck in that suit for so long and I didn't get to hang out or have friends. I thought getting out of it would make me normal, but Yancy thought that she could buy that suit, forget about me, and then drink all the wine she wanted. She thought that was being a parent. The only stuff she ever seriously talked to me about was stupid shit, like making sure to invest early in corporate personhood and... Jesus fucking Christ, I just don't want to be a freak anymore. What am I supposed to do? Seriously, I'm seriously asking you. Wow, she was on edge. I had to be careful with what I said next. Getting out of the suit is a chance for you to start over. Be anyone you want. That got her attention. You're young, you can do anything. You're only 14. You're allowed to be a kid. You don't have to go at 100 miles per hour all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the right thing is, you know? Kid, nobody does. Everyone is just making it up as they go along. Even you? Even me. Well, you seem okay. We arrived. I remembered Aunt Sally's place from last time. There was a line around the block for the chicken joint. What was I missing about that place? See you around, I guess? Hope so. Well, if you're serious, you should come over for dinner. Sally will cook, and you and I can have wine and sit in the living room and talk. You drink wine? Bye, Lena. With little human legs, she ran up the steps to her aunt's house, her hoodie bouncing in the breeze. Under that suit, she really did seem taller. Thank you. Best neocab driver I've ever had. It was well after midnight and I'd met my ride quota. Checked my field grid. Yellow. I needed to find out what was going on with Savi. I needed to help her if I could. I had what Savi asked for. It was time to find out what this is all about. That's far away, Jesus. So this is where she'd been all along. A lonely shipping container set apart from a sea of clones. A cloud of sage incense hit me the moment I cracked the door. The smell took me back to when we first became friends, sitting cross-legged in Savi's bedroom, whispering about our parents and drinking wine she took from work.
Yeah.
Elle Bunny. You found me. Obviously. This whole time you've been inside a shipping container? Gross, I know. But it was the safest place to hide out. It's double shielded. Even they can't track me in here. Plus, look how cute I made it. Who's tracking you? Things were good. I just wanted to go with the flow, okay? It's definitely you. Did it work? Did you get the passphrase? She smiled at me and her field grid glowed like a small sun on her face. It was so good to see her. I just needed a few answers first. Yes, but can I ask you something? Why did you give me this field grid? Why did you give me... Lena, it would take too long to explain. The answers are all in those files, I promise. Thank you so much for getting the passphrase, by the way. Can you tell it to me now so we can get to work? Seems so weird. She had her eyes on the prize, whatever it was. Must have been driving her crazy to be cooped up in here. At least tell me why you stashed your stolen docs with me. I had no choice. Plus, I knew no one would suspect you. You just got here and you drive neocab. You're practically a ghost. Don't get upset. I just meant I knew you'd be fine. And you are, right? Maybe. I've been better. I know. And trust me. Same. This is so not what I pictured when I asked you to move in with me. But I'm gonna make it up to you. I promise. Let's at least have a look at what we got, shall we? Can't hurt to take a peek. Yes, let me see if my laptop is still paired to that thing. My field grid buzzed as she connected to its onboard storage. It figured she'd still have access since she'd hid the files there in the first place. Hey Athena, unpack charlieelliott.dat. Athena, this file is encrypted. Please say or enter the passphrase. You got me the magic word, so it's only fair you do the honors, right? Are you sure we want to do this? More than I've ever been about anything. Hey Athena, the passphrase is Pilgrims crossed airless Saharas. What's it doing? It's totally working. Oh, Capra, you are so fucked. My palms got sweaty as soon as I saw it. A massive trove of chat logs, docs, schematics. All watermarked Capra Confidential in block letters. Whoa. You're sure we'll find a smoking gun in there? Like a million smoking guns. Did Charlie tell you what he does? No, he said it was a secret. But he definitely kept talking about how he couldn't talk about it. Exactly. He's inner circle. Capra's up to some shady shit. I just know it. I'd had my share of revenge fantasies about Capra, but now that we were actually doing something. It felt incredible. Gotcha. What'd you find? Shit, never mind. Blah blah, meeting notes, reports. Come on, I know you've got dirt in here, Charlie. Wait, you sold this thing without knowing there was anything bad on it? I mean, I didn't have specifics. Ooh. Dude was way too squirrely not to be hiding some serious shit. Maybe he's just fucking weird. Come on. I've just gotta find something big enough to be a whistleblower. And not just, like, a criminal. She was taking a huge risk for something she wasn't sure about. Ugh, I'm just seeing offshore accounts, golden parachutes for executive harassers, forged safety reports. Just? Run-of-the-mill corporate stuff, trust me. We need something juicier. Something we can use. She had a point. The only way out of this was to find something big enough to justify the whole property theft thing. There was Una's weird message. What would Gideon do with a cache of internal Capra files? What about trust fund maggots? What'd you just say? The van thing we did? What made you think of that? She was looking at me so closely, it felt like the air around us went cold. Is something wrong? No. Sorry, I guess I'm starting to freak out a bit, you know? Been stuck inside this, like, human kennel for days. Maybe I fucked up, but kind of in it now. I'm turning back. Hey Athena, search Sophie Lemieux. Yes. Brilliant. Oh my god, are you seeing this? No. Documents spilled into the hall space in front of Sabi. If even one of them had something big. Paid dirt. Look, a report from Charlie. Some pilot program called Project Sophie. No, wait, that's not shady, right? Whoa. Lena. This is...
No.
I remembered what Gideon said about her mom's fundraiser. Was Capra using Sophie as a PR prop from the beginning? Probably. I knew Capra would do anything to make sure Sophie's law passed, but this is cynical even for them. This is so fucked. Wait, what's it say? Capra acquired Fieldgrid a year ago. Total stealth acquisition, no public knowledge. So that's why Liam said they were handing them out at the protest. Are you serious? They've been harvesting my emotional data this entire time? Yours, mine, all in real time. A live diary of how we feel in our bones, streaming to the highest bidder. That is gross. That's not even the half of it. Listen to this bit on emotional priming. Each ad unit is customized to the viewer's current state, from passing billboards to hollow space overlays to the backseat of every Capra car. Some sellers will want to target customers in negative or vulnerable states, while others cater to a relaxed or even an elated consumer profile. Blue users respond most strongly to commercial messaging for alcohol, junk food, or VR escorts. Status items and vacation packages, if we're yellow, of fucking course. What does any of this have to do with Sophie Lemieux? Project Sophie. This looks like out-and-out electioneering. Wait, what? Listen to this. Our generative advertorial network creates customized images, slogans, and even full campaigns so that we can proactively steer individuals into the desired effective state. So they can push us into whatever color suits them. More or less. Their neural net experiments on you until it knows your most reliable triggers. It's factored into their whole network. Billboards, music, even the ambient light timbre of a Capra capsule. I was so thankful I told Liam not to share his photo. Who knows what they might have done with it. Which means whenever you pick up your phone, or when you're taking that Capra car to your polling place, they're already priming me. Every article I read, every song I hear, every sign I pass. So when you're casting that vote, they'll have you exactly where they want you. How do they want me? Depends. Could be angry or scared, blissed out or pacified, whatever moves you into their voting block. It all made a terrible kind of sense. This crosses the line, right? This is automated psychological manipulation. Election laws, too. They've made every tiny micro advert an undeclared political message. And we've got the receipts. We've got the receipts. This is what we used to steal the final news cycle back from Capra. We leak this and it floods the zone. The vote is crazy close right now. If we wake up a few thousand pro-Capra sheeple, or just convince them to stay home, then boom. Capra's brand gets 2 black eyes and their car ban is dead in LO. Probably everywhere. I can see it all playing out in my head. Sabi might just get away with it. Sophie's Law would fail and... the world will see how Capra abused their power. Maybe they'd even lose some of it. Now we just leak it to your contact. Sit back and watch. You should text them now. Which contact? The one who gave you the password. She's like some ex-Capra whiz, right? Unless you know someone better. I thought of Liam. It seemed like he'd know what to do with this kind of thing. But no, something was bothering me. How did you know that about Una? You told me about her, or maybe I heard her name around Capra. She used to work for them, right? No, she's ex-Capra for sure. Look, don't worry about it. Just say it was an anonymous courier job. Neocab does those, right? No one will ever know it was us. Are you with me or not? Give me a sec to think. Capra had made my life a nightmare, and the idea of them getting even more power through Sophie's Law made my stomach turn. And that Savvy and I, after all we'd been through, that we'd be the ones to stop them. Her eyes jumped to my field grid. See, it feels good to fight back sometimes. But will it make any difference? Are you even listening? Of course it will. Sophie's Law hands Capra a monopoly on our streets, and Los Ojos is just the prototype. Car ban will go national, then global, and Capra cars fill the void. I can't imagine a world where it's illegal to drive. No more open road, no more going off grid. I guess it's one more thing for Capra to take from me. Think bigger, Lena. With the global transport network and the field grid, they'll have a real-time map of humanity, inside and out. It's our only chance to stop them. I just want to know the specifics. I just want to know the specifics of this plan before we go for it, okay? So we just make sure we give the files to someone with a following, an influencer. As long as they've got a following and are anti-Capra enough to take the heat. Gideon's only 14. Then Sophie's Law goes down and Capra doesn't get total control of everyone. At least not right now. I knew Sabu was right. We had to let the public know. It was the chance of a lifetime. Take the stacked deck and reshuffle the cards in our favor. Just this once.
Yeah.
There's just one major problem. Your face is still plastered on every billboard in the city. How are you going to make the handoff? She's not. It's going to be us. My luck has taken me this far. You know you're not safe out there. It'll be fine. I'm willing to risk it. We just need to move quickly. Every Capra and squad car is... I said I'm willing to risk it. You're taking a risk with both our lives, Savviest. Wait, what are you trying to say? I'm going solo. I'll make the drop off. You stay here. You'll be safe. I'll be safe. Radix wins. Everyone wins. You want to do this without me? This isn't your fight, Lena. But you can let me help. Just for the last leg, right? Great plan, girl. You go and make history. I'll just twirl my thumbs in this tin can. It's the only way. I don't know why you're being like this, but even if I thought you were doing it for the right reasons... and not just trying to grab the glory. I'm not sure I trust you to pull it off without me. You trying to make me feel like shit? I'm not. I'm just being my honest self with you. How will we ever get as close as we used to be if I can't be honest with you? It's like... You're like the least selfish person I know, and I was hoping we'd do this together. I mean, after everything I've done for you, just give me this, okay? This could go really, really badly for both of us. Then why are you here? I was worried sick about you. Is this about Kappa or... This is my idea to bring Radix to the next level, you know? No offense, but you, like, just got to LO and I've been working my way up for months. So I just need to do this my way and then I can bring you in, okay? She wasn't going to budge. I knew from years of watching people get pushed in and out of our little circle. Safi always got her way. I remembered Una's final confusing message to me. And the weird look when Safi got on her face. The weird look Safi got on her face when I brought it up. Hey Athena, search trust fund maggots. A new folder flew open on her holospace. At first, all I saw was my name over and over again in the files. Then there were others I recognized. Liam, Allie, Una, even Aganon. Please tell me this isn't what it looks like. It was just to keep you safe. When I said I'd always have your back, I meant it. As soon as my field grid pulsed deep red, a new file appeared in the folder with a sick ping sound. Yeah, field grids have a back door. Pretty wide open. Charlie showed me. Even more undocumented API. How could you? You've been listening to me and my packs this whole time. No, not at all. I just thought it'd help you. When I stashed the file on it, I needed to make sure you were safe. So I could signal someone to come get it. Or tell a swarm where to find you if Cabra was getting too close. I haven't even listened to anything, I swear. I had to see for myself. Hey, Athena. Seriously? Are we doing this now? Play audio Liam. Do you think I can send you the picture? You can tell me what you think? I want to share it. I think it's important, but... The blood rushed out of my face. I felt my knees wobble, like I was going to be sick or pass out. My heart broke at the betrayal. I don't understand why you'd do this to me. Do you even understand what a huge violation this is? Oh god, don't give me the sad puppy thing over this. You have nothing to worry about. It was just to keep tabs on the file. I swear, I haven't even looked at what it recorded. Okay, so now it's time. We'll leave the Capra files and go get a drink, okay? You don't get it, do you? I'm doing this by myself. You ditched me and then you spied on me for days. Why would I go anywhere with you? All by yourself, huh? That's not happening. I worked way too hard to just let you walk out of here without me. You're the one that's been transporting stolen dogs for days, remember? And who knows what else is in those recordings. Don't make me turn you in. Oh, what a bitch. So everything can come down to this? Finding out my best friend who betrayed me and then having to fight her just to be able to walk away. How is her field grid still a calm green while mine glowed blue? Why was I the one who felt like walking into the ocean? Are you blackmailing me right now? It's not like I want to. Come on, this isn't us. We're better than this. And this isn't you trying to sabotage me. I know you're better than this because I know you better than you know yourself, girl. You know what I mean? I knew exactly. She knew all my secrets, all my fears, even before she'd spied on me. She knew exactly how to hurt me. But then again, I knew the same things about her, didn't I? If she was going to throw anything she could at me, maybe I had to do the same. Or at least try and get her to see the truth about how she'd treated me. It'd make her mad, and it just might make her give up. I forced myself to take a deep, centering breath. The smallest smirk flickered across her face, still lit in the green glow. You know, you've never really cared about anyone but yourself. Maybe it's because you're an only child or something. But you're not in this world alone, Lena. You rely on others, too. You couldn't even be bothered to pick up my boyfriend at the protest. He could have been hurt. I didn't even know him. All while I was basically risking my life for the cause. It's just all about you, isn't it? You're so selfish.
Yeah. Good idea.
Does all I've done this week mean nothing to you? Mean anything to you? Everything I did, how I helped you. I can't believe you just throw that all away. Was I trying to make her see value in me? Why was I fighting to keep her in my life when she treated me so terribly? Couldn't believe our big reunion had turned into this. I was losing the energy to keep fighting her. Selfish is ditching your best friend the moment she moved. Oh, I didn't have the energy to fight her. This feels really unfair. Whatever. I could tell she was just getting started. But I already felt like I was losing. Letting her jab get to me. Nothing seemed to faze Sabi. Sabi looked like she was enjoying all this somehow. Like she was in her element. This is exactly why I left you in Cactus Flats. Your emotions are out of control. I get that you're sensitive and all this deep feeling stuff. But you've got to toughen up and rein it in, girl. It's like constantly walking on eggshells around you.
Yeah, I wouldn't just...
You didn't even defend me when Azul was talking trash. Oh, so you did listen. Guess you don't mind when someone sells out your best friend. Meanwhile, I was in danger and risking my life for the cause. Some loyalty. You're so volatile. You must scare half your packs off for good. Says the girl who can't keep a boyfriend for more than a month. If you're so chill, why does everyone you date run screaming in the other direction? Or maybe you just use people up until you're done with them. Maybe I'm sensitive, but you're cruel. What was I saying? If I insulted her like that, was I any better than she was? I took a deep breath. I'm volatile? Oh, Jesus Christ. Fighting like this is pointless. Whatever.
You're thinking of little Chris.
I knew there was no way she was going to stop piling it on now. I can almost feel her combing through her past to find her next attack.
Okay.
I was losing. I had to find a way to pull myself out of her traps or make her mad enough to back off. It was like Sabi was wearing a mask. Nothing broke through. Sabi still had that self-important look on her face. You know what the shittiest part of all this is? Of this all is? It's that the moment I let you out of my sight, you'll undermine me. You pretend you're so innocent and sweet. Oh, excuse me. But you'll do something bad as long as you know you won't get caught. Really? Like what? It's basically lying. You're a fraud. And at least I'm always real with you. You're practically a robot. Gee, I think you'd be proud of me for being a hypocrite. Isn't that just what we do now? Or are you only interested in things that make you the hero? Why had I let her get under my skin? She was trying to make me mad. I keep choosing the wrong options, obviously. I had to figure out a way to get through to her. This is my opening. If I could push back, it might end this. You think I'm phony? Your whole activist persona is fake. Radix isn't even your fight. People like Azul actually built it. What the fuck would you know about activism? That seemed to strike a nerve. Then you just show up one day and do your social chameleon act, trying to charm your way into control. Stop it. Where's the lie, though?
Hacker.
She was running out of steam, struggling to find one last barb she could throw at me. Whatever she came up with, I knew it was going to be desperate and mean.
He's also.
I couldn't fight like this for much longer. She was hitting me where I was the weakest, and it was working. This was a new feeling. Savi was the one that was starting to lose her cool. Savi scowled at me, daggers in her eyes. Lena, it's time to grow up. Stop being a meek little flower. Because right now your fear is keeping you from getting what you deserve. Toughen up. Don't be such a weakling. It's so sad that you're still scared of what people think of you, or what might go wrong. When will you learn that sometimes following the rules just hurts people? It's easy to be brave when you've had everything handed to you. You've never had to deal with real consequences in your life. Maybe we should do this stupid mission just so you can see that the rules actually do apply to you. Tagging her made me feel sick to my stomach. What were we even doing right now? Now I just wanted to hurt her. Savi eyed me for a second. If I could call her out, maybe she'd see reason. It's actually brave to take responsibility for how you affect others, you know?
Oh, I don't.
You should try it sometime. Instead of just using people like Azul and Charlie and throwing them away when you're done. Are you serious right now? Or maybe you're just afraid they'd see who you really are? Maybe you should be. This is a new feeling. Savi was the one that was starting to lose your cool. I can feel this rage coming from my chest, blotting out my thoughts and pushing like I was driving myself up a cliff. I was starting to lose it. I'd never seen her this angry before. Her mouth was a thin line and her eyes glared fire at me. Her face looks the same to me. She'd said things she could never take back. So had I. I felt like I'd lost control for a bit, like my anger had been driving me. My chest tightened and I clenched my jaw. All I could think about was hurting her like she was hurting me. You're the selfish one. I've been looking all over for you, and you've been here in your teen catalog hideout spying on me. Did you make your so-called boyfriend put up those little lights for you? Because I can bet you made him pay for them. He doesn't know about your little safety net, does he? Maybe I'll tell him how I've seen you go through a million phases. Whatever happened to acting class or volunteer tutoring? Not to mention every poor idiot you've ever tricked into dating you for what, 2 weeks max? See how popular you are with Radix then? You're angry and I get that. You don't mean what you're saying. You know more about me than anyone, and you can use that against me if you want. Isn't that what you're doing? But it won't change the fact that you need to step up right now. Being petty won't help take down Capra. It won't even help you. I don't even care anymore. You're selfish, and you know I'm right. You're right. I fucked up, okay? This is just really important to me for a lot of reasons. I got carried away, and it's a problem I have. I know. But only you know the real me. The good parts behind acting like a little bit of an asshole sometimes. A lot of times. Like this entire time. I know. I caught my breath and the adrenaline tingle faded in my temples. Felt like I was standing in a burned out forest, looking at smoking ashes and wondering what happened. Of course she understood how I felt. She always did. I couldn't imagine my life without her. I can afford to lose this fight. I couldn't afford to lose Sabi. So what do you say? Are we in this together? Will you do this one last thing for me? Fine, Sabi. You win. We'll do it your way. Like always. I knew I could count on you. I couldn't fight anymore. I was exhausted. Let's go change the world, shall we? Together, like it should be. Leaking was the right move, but with the most wanted woman in Los Ojos along for the ride? No problem. This is cool. Let's go. Wow, everything looks exactly the same. It's weird. What did you expect? I don't know, maybe the city would feel different, you know? What would feel different? Well, it definitely will after we've done this thing. She leaned back in the seat and closed her eyes. Just once I'd like to have her confidence that everything would be okay. That I was doing the right thing. I eyed my field grid, probably still listening to my every word. Wasn't too late for me to end this. One quick toss out of the car and it'd be smashed against the pavement. I snuck a glance at Sabi and rolled down the window. Yes, fresh air. Never ever tell me what it smelled like in my little hideout. I want to live with the lie that it was a mix of jasmine and amber and not at all 6 days of takeout and no showers. With the field grid gone, it'd be over and done with. Our crimes would be erased, but so would Capra's. My friendship with Sabi would definitely be finished. She'd never forgive me. I stuck with the plan. I can't even... Sabi, get down. Hide your face. Shit, floor it, Lena. And go where? I'm pulling over. They've already scanned our faces off. We'll get new ones. Let's just get us out of here. Sabi Reed and Lena Romero. I'm gonna need you to bring you both in on charges of cyber espionage, digital theft, and... Wait, you in the back. What's that in your hand there? Oh no, oh no, oh no. He was talking to Sabi. She held out her Capra badge with shaky hands. Her eyes were filling with tears. Officer, please. It's all been a huge misunderstanding. I work for Capra, okay? I just dropped a field grid in this Neo cab a week ago. My boss must have stored some data on it, but I didn't know. I've been trying to get it back. I stayed silent. Look, she's wearing it right now. Is that true, Ms. Romero? I didn't know it was hers because she gave it to me. I didn't know it was hers. Is it true? Does that bracelet contain the stolen files? Yes or no? No. You know, lying is impeding an investigation. We've been racking up violations for days. Why stop now? But wait. Do you two know each other? I looked at Sabi, teary and shaky, and somehow already talking her way out of this, and I had no idea what she was actually feeling. No. I just gave her a ride once, I guess. Okay, both of you out of the car. We stepped out and put our hands on the hood of my car. It was the first time we'd been side by side since I'd arrived. So it all ended right there, as a cop pulled me out of my own car and into the system. For most of the charges against me, I was able to clear my name with all of the recordings Sabi made of my time in LO. Turns out her spying actually saved me. They stuck me with a misdemeanor for not disclosing her whereabouts right away, but that's it. They confiscated the field grid and nothing got out about Capra. Their crimes are as invisible and inevitable as ever. Yikes, that sucks. Sophie's Law passed and I'm out of a job. NeoCab was given 3 months to cease all operations in Los Ojos. There wasn't much point to waiting it out. There's still one thing keeping me here. The LOPD had kept me less than 24 hours, but Sabi, she'd had more explaining to do. And spent the next night in the shipping container, wondering if she were okay and what would happen to her once they knew the whole story. My heart almost stopped when the text had come in. Hey, Al Bunny, can you pick me up? What could I have said but yes? God, it really turns into the Styx Lake the second you cross city limits, doesn't it? So here we were, making a beeline out of LO. It still didn't seem quite real that she was just sitting in my car like the whole thing never happened. She was being weirdly quiet, but at some point I had to know the whole story. How did she get the cops to let her go? So, did they just let you go? No, they didn't just let me go. They basically gave me the 3rd degree in custody. How did you become involved with Radix? How did you get the drive? How many employees were you in contact with at Capra? They thought I caused the riot somehow. I wish. What did you tell them? I just told them what they wanted to hear. That Jason Radix put me up to it. Which is basically true. Wait, you sold them out? I guess it was my fault for not saying. Ugh, come on. I didn't say anything. I wouldn't have ever come up with this on my own, you know? All those meetings with Radix really, like, changed me. They kind of brainwash you. It's been their whole tactic for decades. Why do you think they give out free lunches to kids? So I just gave the cops their info so they could talk to them. Oh my god. What do you mean their info? Just like names and stuff. Oh my god. You gave up Radix to LOPD? Right, I bet they were happy to have that. It's such a relief to be out of there. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I literally can't wait to put this whole mess behind us. What the fuck? Definitely agree with you there. You know, you're a real lifesaver for picking me up, Lena. I know, especially after you hung me. Oh my god. Maybe the whole ordeal had changed her. I didn't need to bring it up. Just trying to be a good friend. I know, but I really just hate fighting with you. You get so different. Like, scary. I'm really sorry it got out of hand. I know it wouldn't let me pick the other options. But it's okay. We're in a really messed up place, and it's nobody's fault that things got so weird. I mean, it's kind of your fault. What are you talking about? That wasn't us, you know? But the fact we're here right now in this car, it shows how strong we really are together. Radix and Capra, that's in the past. The future is just Lena and Savi. Just Lena and Savi. I don't know where I was headed, but maybe it didn't matter. So long as I was going with her. She leaned her head against the glass and sighed, as relaxed as I'd ever seen her. Aren't you just so happy? No, bitch, you sold out my friend. My friends. At least I wasn't alone. Yeah, I really am. Bitch. If anybody's walking on eggshells around anybody, it's us around Savi. Well, that's that. Excuse me. I liked the game. I definitely liked the game. I just feel, excuse me, feel disappointed by the ending. Maybe I didn't make the right choices. I mean, clearly I didn't make the right choices to get an ending that would have been more satisfying to me. So that's a bummer. But we did it. We finished another game. I probably should have let this one go on a little longer rather than trying to push it and do it in 2 days. But I honestly didn't want to put it down. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot. I wonder if there's anything after the credits. I mean, I imagine that there's multiple endings, right? They have a Switch port. I literally didn't even, like, read anything about the game. I didn't read a summary. Well, I mean, like, I read the thing on Steam, but I didn't read, like, any, like, plot summaries or spoilers or anything like that. So I went into this totally, you know, not knowing anything. aside from like bits and pieces that I had seen when other people played, but even that, like, even then, I really hardly watched anything, and if I did, I don't remember. I didn't remember it. Excuse me. So yeah, I think this was a good second game. I liked it a lot. I just wish that I had made, you know, different choices maybe for some things. But what can you do? These credits go on forever. Which is like fine, but I would like it to be over so I can see if there's anything after, you know. Pets. I have to say this soundtrack was so good. Like, so good. I'm a big fan of the soundtrack. Radix Swarm. The Radix Cooperative is a hybrid activist group political party that emerged from the bike punk scene. Radix fights against... Oh, okay. What happens if you continue? Oh, so it just picks up from... Okay. From the last save.